Hey there, everybody. It's me, Posey. This is going to be an unscripted video, and it's also not going to be an edited video. This is just kind of me, kind of like dumping out some thoughts about Technoblade, who, as you probably know, passed away from cancer back in 2022, almost a year ago to this day. Today, when you're watching this video, it'll be June 1st of 2023, which would have been Techno's 24th birthday. It's his birthday now, and I felt like the video would be more meaningful if I posted it on his birthday rather than on the anniversary of his death. I did go back and forth a little in my mind, trying to debate whether I should use his death date or his birthday, but I think his birthday was ultimately the better decision. And I wanted to make this video because Technoblade was my favorite YouTuber of all time, and I honestly think he's remained my favorite YouTuber of all time, even though I've been kind of branching out and looking at other YouTubers since. And I've always been a massive fan of his content, and, you know, his death really affected me, and, you know, it was just sad, and it genuinely had, like, such an impact on me, and, yeah, I know, it just kind of made me feel upset. I know this is kind of all generic, but like, it's kind of hard to articulate my thoughts even now to this day. And it was just, yeah, it was a soul-crushing moment, and I had a lot to think about when I first heard the news. I made a video back then, about 40 minutes long, where I just kind of like dumped out all my thoughts, because, I mean, I was pissed. I was sad. I was angry at the world, and honestly, I still kind of am. I mean, it's been just under a year since, and I still often think about how upset I am that someone like as good-hearted as Technoblade had to pass away from cancer, whereas like there's some fucking evil people in the world who still get to live just like perfectly normal lives. They get to live to like extremely old ages. I'm gonna bring up one example: Henry Kissinger, like a U.S. government agent. I think he was like a foreign policy guy, from what I understand, and he did some really messed up shit, like in Cambodia, just like committing atrocities and shit. I mean, this is very off topic, but the point I'm trying to prove is, it right now, as I'm recording this, it is his 100th birthday. He's lived that long, and he's been a free man, even though he's done some terrible things. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I've looked into it before, and it makes me upset that people like him get to live in this world just fine. But people like Technoblade, and, you know, not just Technoblade, there's so many people who die unjustly every single day. And it just makes me mad to think about. And Technoblade is kind of just a microcosm of that. But to me, he's kind of the example I think of the most when I think of people who die unjustly, because he was one who was very personal to me, and still is to this day. And, I mean, I've never really stopped thinking about him. And just never about how I'm upset that he had to die when, like, other worse people got to live. I mean, I don't really wish death on the vast majority of people, but definitely not someone who's as kind-hearted as him. So I'm sorry if I've been rambling. It's just, these are thoughts that I've been kind of dealing with recently, and I felt like I needed to get them off my chest. But the rest of the video, I'm going to try to make not as depressing as that. You know, I've really just been thinking about, like, what Technoblade has done for me personally, like, as a creator. I mean, I've never known him. I never even met him, which is a damn shame. I would have loved to. You know, if only to tell him thank you for all the stuff I'm about to talk about in the rest of this video. That's basically the impact Technoblade has had on my life, because although his death did impact me a lot negatively, I have to say that, like, in general, his impact on me has been wholly positive, and I think it far outweighs the despair I felt after his death. I just want to give you all a quick rundown, and I want to dedicate this video to talking about what he's done for me, and like how much of an inspiration he's been, and where I'm at because of him. Basically, Technoblade, I got into him at around I would say late 2020, right when the Dream SMP was starting, which I'm no longer really interested in, but I was at the time, and mainly because of Techno. And I just fell in love with his content so much. I thought he was such an entertainer. I mean, I thought he was hilarious, and he just had like a perfect way with words. And in general, I mean, he just seemed like a great guy. And, you know, he was just so genuine and heartfelt all the time. And it really felt like I was watching someone special every time I watched some of his content. And he gave me like someone to look up to, someone to aspire to be. And I really wanted to be just like him for the longest time. And I kind of oriented my own content around Minecraft. I think I'm actually fucking starving. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just gonna eat some of this raw mutton, so I don't starve. Yeah, so as I was saying, I kind of oriented a lot of my content around Minecraft and got back into the game because of Technoblade. I wanted to be a lot like him. And I kind of wanted to, I mean, honestly, I don't know how embarrassing this is for me to admit. I totally wanted to be able to just hang out with him one day because, you know, he seemed like such a cool guy. So I was hoping that maybe if I struck gold with Minecraft, that would one day happen. Now, I don't think this was the correct mindset to have, but I think that Technoblade eventually kind of showed me, well, not intentionally, but like, you know, his content and the situation kind of displayed to me that it's really not about following the people you look up to a T, but rather taking lessons from them and their success. And for me, when I look at Technoblade, I think of like all the things he was able to accomplish before his death, even after that cancer cruelly stripped him away. And what I would say about Technoblade is that, you know, he was able to do so much. He was able to grow a YouTube channel up to 10 million subscribers, more than that actually. He surpassed 10 million. He got into like, I think he's at around 16 million now, if I'm not mistaken. He grew a tremendous online presence, and he like just did so much beyond that. I mean, he got involved in one of the, well, probably the biggest Minecraft SMP ever. Maybe Hermitcraft is a bit over that, but still one of the biggest SMPs ever. And, you know, he made content that got millions and millions of views. Like touched the hearts of all these people. He did a lot of cool shit. Like he did charity live streams, especially when he was suffering from cancer. Even then, he fought about other people over himself. And he wanted to leave an impact from the beginning. That's what I believe. I believe that Technoblade earnestly, like he wanted to create so that other people could benefit from his creations. And I do believe that's what ended up happening. I think his creations touched the heart of many, many people, and I'm one of those people. And of course, I'm never going to forget that. And it's really just made me think, because I was thinking a lot about Technoblade in like the first few months since he passed. Just like he was constantly on my mind because, again, like it's hard to lose someone you look up to so much. I don't want to say parasocially because I never had any delusions that he was like my friend or anything. But I genuinely did look up to him a lot. Like, again, someone to aspire to be, as I considered him. But my whole point I'm kind of trying to make here is that, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Let me just try and recover that for a moment. Let's just take in the beauty of this world while I think of what I was gonna say. I mean, it's nice, you know. Like I haven't played much Minecraft lately, ever since Technoblade passed away. I mean, I don't think it's the only reason why I stopped. I kind of just grew out of it at some point. But, I mean, I still love the game, and I just come back to it every now and then. But, yeah, as I was saying, I think Technoblade really strove for his creations and his impact to uplift other people. And what I've come to realize is that I don't really think I'm doing that by making Minecraft content. I don't think I was ever really doing that. I mean, I was trying to be like Technoblade. I modeled so much of my humor after him, and I still think I've maintained that. But I just don't think that Minecraft content is really my calling. And thinking about Technoblade kind of made me think. Thinking about Techno really made me realize, you know, it's not really about replicating Techno's content to a T. It's more like replicating his spirit. That's what really matters. And I mean, replicating might not be the best word, but, you know, taking his spirit as inspiration. And I've just been, you know, I've been telling myself, I need to focus on creating things, on leaving an impact on people, on like doing things that are special so that it can uplift other people, like how Techno managed to uplift his fans and so many millions of people across the internet. I want to have an impact like that one day. And, you know, thinking about Techno and the impact he had, really just inspires me and makes me feel determined to have that same sort of impact. I really want to be able to be like him, but not in the sense that I'll be doing the same content as him, rather in the sense that I'll have that same mindset of wanting to change people's lives with my content. I really want to be able to speak to someone with the things I create, and I think the ability to do that is something that we all have. I mean, some of us are not willing to work for that. Some of us don't really mind, don't really care. I mean, some of us just create content for money. Some of us create content for views. I don't really want to have that mindset. I've had it in the past. That's why I tried to move into Minecraft content. That's why I tried to kind of like customize as much as I could for the algorithm. But it's not the mindset I want to have now. It's far from it, really. At this point, what I really want to do more than anything is just make the things that I'm passionate about and hope they touch the hearts of other people. I think that's what's really important about being a creator. You want to do it for yourself, first of all, and then after that, you want to do it for the people who you're making that content for. And you want to make something special that people will remember fondly and that people will remember you fondly for. And you just want to make something that's truly remarkable and, like, you know, gets your vision out there, touches people's hearts. I know I've been rambling. I've basically been restating the same things over and over again, but these are really feelings I had to get out. And yeah, and Techno really is responsible for making me realize this. From now on, I really want to delve into the stuff I love, and I want to kind of share all that stuff with you guys, because you guys have been such amazing fans so far of this channel, and I really want to share with you all the cool ideas I have, and I want to get feedback on them, and I want them to kind of, like, you know, bounce around in your head. I'd love for my ideas to have some effect on you. There's nothing I would like more than for people to be touched by the stuff I make. And I really think that's the same mindset that Techno had, and it's a mindset that I've been thoroughly inspired to adapt myself. And for that, I really can't thank Technoblade enough. Again, he was a truly incredible person, and I still think he is, even in death. I think his legacy will continue to be that of just an overall fantastic guy who was taken from this world too soon. But the lessons that we learn from Techno are always going to be there, and I think they're going to be passed down from people to people. And if I'm going to be the next person to pass them down, if there's going to be a new generation of creators who embody those same lessons and use them in their content moving forward, and just kind of like apply that to their fans, I think that's truly special. And I think we've got a lot of cool shit incoming as far as like YouTubers and creators and stuff like that. And I can't wait to be able to fully implement this mindset and just go ham with the things I love and just create whatever I can create. And if it doesn't pan out, you know what? As long as a single person is touched by the things I make, I'm going to be happy with that. I'm going to die a happy man. And I just know that's exactly how Technoblade was feeling. I think I really gotten some insight into his psyche. I really think that he was able to leave this world in peace, because he knew just how many people his work and his content had affected. And I just want to be in that same position. I really, really want to be like that. Not because I want to be popular, but because I want people to be happy because of the things that I do. I would love them to be able to, you know, think that their lives have genuinely improved because I've been in them. I just want to uplift people and make them happy, like the way that Techno made me happy by being around in my life. So, I mean, that's the mindset I'll really try to, you know, just kind of apply to my life moving forward and apply to my content. And, you know, if it doesn't pan out, all right. Again, as long as one person is happy with what I make, then I'm going to be happy about that too. So again, thank you to Technoblade for everything he's done, just for being an awesome person and having such a profound impact on my life. I'm never going to stop thinking about him. I'm always going to remember him as like one of the pillars of my life. Just like my grandmother, who also died of cancer, who I'm never going to forget because she was such an important person to me. And Techno is also a pretty important person to me, even in death. So yeah, that's basically all there is to this video. I'm really thankful that you guys watched to this point. I know it was really rambly. It wasn't like very concise. But that's just what happens when I speak directly from the heart, and I hope this has been more meaningful than any scripted video could have been. And I just want to say I'm super hyped for what comes next for this channel, and I hope you guys are too, because I've got so many things in the works, some of which are with my friends, and I just can't wait to get them out in the world. And again, I'll say this one more time, if even a single person is touched by what I make, then I'm going to consider that a victory, and I'm going to leave this world a very happy man.